To be the best and stay there, sweat is necessary. I'm older. Of course I'm older. That's the beauty of it. 16 years plus. Different level of wisdom, different level of understanding, different level of punishment. I want to live long after my records have fallen, long after my rings have tarnished. And whatever you got to do to make sure you chase your legacy every second of your life. Will you be remembered? How would you be remembered? Why wouldn't you fight for the greatest achievement ever? Leave your mark to endure forever.
Sports games on
What?
the loading bar?
No.
The hell you say? The straight up hell you say. Jason, what's going on here?
I don't know. What's happening?
Pretenses.
Is there a ball involved? I can't handle that, Jeff.
You told me there was going to be cake and Contra, and all that I've got here is sports games and some new guy I've never seen before.
The Contra is a lie.
Oh, no! All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome to the Loading Bar's review for Madden 13. But you know what?
Yeah, say it again, dude, because I don't think they bought it.
Oh. Are you guys getting this? Is it coming through all right? But we have brought in a pinch hitter because Jason and myself, Jeff, know absolutely jack shit all about sports games. So, Cesar, say hello to the fine people at home.
Hello, Loading Bar people. I assure you, we're not gonna talk about bro stuff all the time. I'm not a bro. I'm a gamer like you guys. I just happen to dip my toe into the sports pool.
Why is your baseball cap on backwards, Cesar?
Are those khaki shorts? I thought I told you about that already.
I could smell the axe, Cesar.
Hey, at least I got my Mario shirt on,
Poser.
Hey, no, not at all.
Well, so Cesar, let's tell the fine people. I mean, you're brand new here on the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your history of sports games, and then we'll start talking about the soccer ball thing that came out.
The Charlie Brown head thing.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Whatever. No, I've been playing games forever, basically, like everybody else who's into it. Ever since the Nintendo, I remember I got on Christmas Day. And I've been playing all kinds of games that gained my interest, so to speak. And sports games is definitely one of them. Trivia, if you guys are playing at home, I did win a GoldenEye tournament.
What?
Yes, I did. And Game Fellas, if you remember, in Austin, Texas, in the Barn Creek Mall, there's a Game Fellas. I did win that tournament. It was 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1, so free for all, basically. Pistols only match, 1 shot, 1 kill, and I did win. So I got some street cred.
I could take you. I'm pretty sure.
Uh-oh, the gauntlet has been thrown.
Yeah, you said the magic word. I haven't really seen you play a lot of games, but I could take you.
He didn't say Mario Kart, Jason.
No, dude,
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, yeah.
Okay.
GoldenEye is right up there on my list of deathmatch. Yeah, that's when I start to shine. I start glowing.
Ooh, I mean, you mentioned Mario Kart. I don't know. I'm trying to buy credibility with you guys to show myself, but I did. We had this dance party or something at a school, and they did have Mario Kart. And did I dance with any girls? No. Instead, I wrecked shopped on everybody and deathmatch in Mario Kart.
Dude, chicks go crazy for Mario Kart.
Bitches love Mario Kart, man.
That is dude. Rainbow Road is a panty dropper.
All right. Well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Madden 13. And Cesar, you're gonna have to do most of the talking because we're basically just going to be here to make snide comments about jocks and stuff throughout the course of this. So this is the latest in the long-running Madden franchise. We did Madden 12 last year. Tell us about it. What's going on with Madden 13?
Well, it is the juggernaut of the sports game. It's like the granddaddy of all sports games.
So old and decrepit, that's what you're saying. Exactly.
It's the Clint Eastwood, get off my lawn. I'm not changing anything for anybody. I'm making millions and millions of dollars by the buttload, and you guys are going to still pay regardless. Madden is pretty much EA Sports. a couple of years ago bought the bought the NFL license. So nobody on earth besides EA Sports could create a NFL game with all the logos, the players,
the Papa John's endorsements,
Papa John's endorsements, you name it, except Madden. So it's pretty much, for the longest time, Madden has been all right. You know, it's been passable. Like I was telling Jason earlier, I mean, it's basically like if you go into a party and there's like the hottest girl in the world, and she's the hottest girl in the world, the only girl in the room, and she knows it, and she's gonna exploit every dollar dime you have to hang out with her.
So you're saying that Madden is a giant cock tease?
Yes. Every year it gets a little better. Mm-hmm. It gets a little better, and then you're like, hey, this year they have this what's called the Infinity Engine, which is a new mechanics. It's kind of like the Quake 3 Unreal Engine, so it's just like better physics, and it's like, oh, check it out, bro. You know, the new Madden's pretty cool. It has this Infinity Engine, so basically you could do gang tackles when gang tackles have existed since NFL 2K2 back in the Dreamcast.
So, well, what would you say the most interesting new improvement in this title was? What's the thing to set this one apart from Madden 12? Why should people be buying this instead of just holding on to their Madden 12?
Fair enough. I mean, granted, I bought Madden 2012. I played it for a couple months, and I was bummed out and disappointed. And it stayed on my shelf, and I played much more interesting games than Madden because that's the way it is. It's fun for a couple months, and then
can we talk about those much more interesting games?
Oh, like Uncharted 3, Batman.
Yes.
So, like,
let's review that again.
Murphy, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Madden.
Fine.
No, hush.
Yeah, bro. Look, Madden is the best of all time.
Don't you bro me.
Look, bro, I play Madden and I play Call of Duty 24/7.
God, that's a gateway drug to Halo.
But that's what basically Madden is. I mean, if you had to put a metaphor to it, it's Call of Duty. You know, people, you ask me, why buy it this year? I would say this year is probably Madden's getting pretty good now.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not saying this as, you know, I finally got some. You know, the hot girl gave me some, but
she was such a bitch when she wasn't giving it up, but no, she's all right now. No, she's pretty cool. She's gotten pretty cool in the last few months.
Exactly. She's like hanging out, you know.
She found out she has herpes, so now she's just giving it away.
All right.
Gross. I mean, what you say, like, what features are making Madden better? Like, why would I say that? They have the Infinity Engine. The Infinity Engine is pretty awesome. The game
is that graphics and physics, or is that both, or mostly just physics?
The graphics are still the same. It's the physics engine. So, like, if a player is running and he trips over a player, he's actually going to stumble and fall. And at the same time, while he's stumbling and falling, he could get hit and tackled, and it's a different animation. Whereas before, you know, Madden was all really stiff animation. It had its certain animation that it went through, and you would see this almost the same tackle at least 10 times a game. And then with this Infinity Engine, it could branch. It's more fluid. It actually makes the gameplay a little bit more realistic. And that's the thing with sports games. You guys understand. All the gamer wants is the game to be as close as possible to the real thing they see on TV and the real thing, because that's what sports games is all about. How does it attract the sports fan? And it really, look, I hate to tell you this, it really doesn't give a damn about Jeff and Jason. It doesn't.
I knew it.
It doesn't. I'm sorry.
I knew it.
It cares about people who have fantasy leagues. It cares about people who watch the game. You know, and that's what's important about Madden is it has to get it right, and it's getting there. They have this new mechanic as well called total control passing. So the trajectory, to use a fancy word, trajectory. is actually realistic, so you can hit the different pass angles. So it's awesome feeling when you throw that perfect pass into a wide receiver and the defense had no. See, I'm going to stop myself because I feel like you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
No, we don't, but you shouldn't stop yourself because the people that want to hear the review of this game, they know what the fuck you're talking about.
This is true. This is true.
So there are no zombies in this. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's no DLC for zombies. You know, you
There
can't throw
should
football. Oh, I bet you EA is saying, what? Zombies? This is amazing. It reminds me of there was a monster football game back in the day, and that was pretty cool.
What was what was that? That sounds familiar.
I'm not 100% sure, but you used to like play like as Frankenstein, vampires, all this stuff, but you would be on a team. Jason, you're doing it again. Did you see what you're doing?
I'm
getting you away from football.
You're trying to bring it back.
Hey, I just watched Avengers again. Let's talk about that.
No, we're not going to talk about that. Okay, so in addition to, I mean, the physics engine that's in there, I mean, the control schema for this is pretty much, pretty much lifted from Madden 12, or is it doing anything ridiculously new?
No, not exactly. It doesn't reinvent the wheel. I mean, it pretty much, if you haven't played Madden, the learning curve is high. You're going to run into people online that know a lot better than you do, and they're going to exploit every single play. And it's like I said, it's just like Call of Duty. I mean, you're going to have players that have been playing forever, and you're just going to lose. And if you love football, I would definitely say this Madden is up there. If to put it in sports terms, it's a young rookie prospect that has a lot of upside. Basically, I know when you guys came to me and said, hey, we need help with sports, I was like, okay, Lou, I know we're going to start with Madden. So I dove right into it. And the problem with this Madden, is it brings back that old feeling of the earlier Maddens, of the one PlayStation 2 era where you could end up playing forever. And I got in trouble with my girl because I always say, I'm telling you this right now, Madden is a lady killer, and not in the good way of, getting a girl. It's literally, it will break any relationship you have. You will have like fights. You will slam doors. And he's just like, I gotta play my man, babe. You don't understand. It's the playoffs. I have to play my Madden.
Gosh, bitch.
Well, let's see. I guess in addition to just the straight up game mechanics, is there anything new as far as the stuff around it, like online features or?
Right. I would say the big thing they did was they had this new mode called Connected Careers. That's just another fancy way. They kind of bundled their franchise mode. They bundled all these kind of GM modes and things of that sort into one called Connected Careers, which is pretty cool. Believe it or not, you could. All right, this is the best thing I thought Madden was. There's this new feature called Game Face. Now, Game Face, if you played sports, the first thing you want to do is you want to create yourself, and you would spend countless hours, trying to get your nose, your face, all those creative things.
Character creation. Okay, I'm back on board. I gotcha. I'm with it now.
All right. So imagine, Jason, rather than dealing with all that kind of stuff, spending hours and hours bugging your girl and say, hey, does this look like me? You could just take a picture of yourself, upload it online, and then put little dots on your face, and before you know it, you're in the game.
That's the damn sexiest football player ever. That's what that is.
Game Face has been in a couple of previous EA titles, right?
Correct. It's in a couple of the sports games, like their Target Woods, but this is the first year it's been in Madden.
Okay. Well, speaking of crazy faces, I watched a video for this before we came online. What's with those announcer people? They look like they're staring into my soul. They look like demons or something. Like L.A. Noire gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Oh no! This is. I was waiting for this point, but this is what pains me about Madden. Is okay, and if it yes, it's so frustrating. It generalizes. Their presentations is shit. Their presentation is shit. The problem is, EA Sports, the NFL does not. They don't have the license for like ESPN. So they have to create their own type of presentation. Like NCAA football 2013, it has that ESPN backing, so it looks like it does on TV. It has the layouts, the commentary is better. But because EA has to create their own kind of EA Sports Network, it's just so bad.
It's just the two guys from the Muppet Show up in the balcony.
That
was quite a hit, wasn't it?
Oh, but they're at least they're entertaining. I mean, okay, this is an example of commentary. Looks like that football player didn't catch the ball. The receiver needs to catch it next time. Yeah, that quarterback's upset. Yeah, the away team's down by 7 going into the half.
So you're saying that they did not bother to record like the names of people or the names of teams or stuff. They've just using essentially the most generic phrasing possible so they can apply it to every single thing that happens in the game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I played 4 games in a row. It's like, this game's big time for prime time. The players must be really excited. They couldn't sleep last night. It's going to be a great game between da-da-da-da and the ha-da-da-da.
Well, those don't even sound like real sports teams.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
It's going to be a great game between the Dallas Cowboys.
And Jason, you want to name one other sports team?
And
Do you know another one?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yay.
Yeah, I know a few teams, bitch.
I drink beer.
I'm drinking a beer right now.
Grant, right now, it is a perfect opportunity to do this Madden recording because it is the NFL kickoff. I'm watching the Cowboys and the Giants play as we speak.
The Giants. Wow. The Niflheim Giants, or...
The Giants of the North.
So let's see.
I've seen Thor.
I've seen Taken.
I don't even know where this is going. You mentioned playing a little bit online. How is the online connectivity? You find it generally lag free, no big problems?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Madden is EA Sports knows how to do their online. I mean, I would say 80%, maybe 85% of the people who play Madden play online. It's the way to connect with other fans. It's still great. You still get people exploiting things, but that's what the nature of online gaming. But I got to tell you, it's always fun pissing people off. I mean, I think that's why most people play online.
That's my boy.
Is just to troll, and to troll in a way to dominate, to show people, and then when you lose, just be a sore loser and
Rage
this reminds me. Yeah, well, not rage quit. I'm honorable. I lose, but I make it very annoying. I could be down by like 30 points, and I'll still play. And you would say, "Come on, dude, quit." I'm like, "No, dude. If you could score 30, I could score 30." And even though there's only a minute left, I'm going to ruin 20 minutes of your life by still playing.
Well, one of the things that always kind of put me off. See, I actually used to play like Cyberball, with a bunch of robots throwing a bomb around in kind of a football-like formation.
I remember that.
And Blitz, and of course Tecmo Bowl. But those are all more arcadey, much more simplistic. And then when Madden came along, it really brought kind of football simulators into the mainstream.
It does.
This is still more of that, right? It hasn't simplified it at all.
No, I mean, it has in a way. They still brought over in 2012, they have GameFlow. And what GameFlow does is you only have like a couple of options, so you don't have to look through the entire playbook. You could say, I want to run the ball, and then it gives you like a play to run the ball. Or you say, I want to pass the ball, or I want to follow the team's game plan, and it kind of like lays it out for you on the line. But if you play that way online, you will get murdered. There's no doubt about it. There is simple ways to play. You can pick up and play. I recently played with my brother-in-law, and we had a great time just playing the game. And it is user-friendly. It's approachable, but to really understand the dynamics of it, you got to be a football fan. You got to know what's a zone coverage, man coverage, because if not, you're not going to enjoy it. I mean, you got to definitely play on the rookie level to at least score a touchdown, because I got to admit to it. I threw 7 picks in one game.
I don't even know what that means.
Me neither.
Well, when I play football, when I throw the ball and the opposing team gets the ball, I lose the ball, and it's called a turnover.
Oh, interceptions. Yes.
Yes, interception.
I'm familiar with that. Okay, you threw 7 interceptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to go back to the tape. I took a cold shower. Thought about it. I'm all over the place, but let me go back to connected careers, because I think that's the mainstay. I think you guys would like that. If you want to get into it, create your own guy. It's funny because Madden is trying to wheel in or attract you guys. Believe it or not, they're reaching out. They're reaching out this one. Hear me out. In these connected careers, you could, rather than like improve your ratings, they have XP.
Wait, do they have like? Are there stat sheets? Can I put points into agility and charisma? Can I turn undead? No, wait. No, that's not football, is it? Damn it!
It's close.
Not exactly. In this XP, basically, for your performance on the field gives you points, and that points you purchase attributes or packages like could catch the ball better in traffic, could truck people, juke people better, spin move, have better toughness, and it's using that XP. It simplifies it, because before you would have to move a ratings bar, but this XP way is definitely a step towards attracting maybe someone who is not a hardcore sports fan. And like my first season, I made myself, because I'm a big Cowboys fan, and like I said, sports games, it's all about fulfilling a fantasy, just like you fulfill a fantasy in Skyrim. But it's fulfilling a fantasy of being on the gridiron, on the football field as a star quarterback. But you got to learn that. You got to know football, because I made the mistake. I was like, okay, I want to make myself the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, the big guy, #1 draft pick, this and that. And I forgot they have Tony Romo, who's a great player, a great quarterback, which you leave your comment below if you disagree with it. I don't care. He's a decent quarterback, and I played the first year being the holder of the football, being Lucy for the kicker. So I would play a game, simulate it, and then I would only play when the kickoff was time, and I would come out to the extra point, hold the football, and then go back to the bench. And I hate to say this, it was boring, but I accepted it, because I'm not the starter. I have to play this way for a whole season. And I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Is there an option in the game to play the water boy? You just come out.
I felt that way. And then I realized, okay, I got to redo it, and I got to be a player that I could start immediately, so that way I don't have to do a lot of boring things at the beginning. So I redid it. I made myself a New York Jet wide receiver, playing with Mark Sanchez, and it was Mark Sanchez and Cesar Sandoval. So we had a Latin thing going in my mind, in my fantasy, that we were expanding the Hispanic community in the New York area, and we were just dominating. I broke the record for wide receiving yards, and it was fun. That's when it got really fun, when I was actually playing meaningful games. And what's amazing is you build legacy points. All right, so these legacy points eventually you compare yourself to the greats. So you could say, I'm just like Jerry Rice, or I'm just like Emmitt Smith, things of that sort.
Whoa! You're dropping Tecmo Bowl names now.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to slow down with that Emmitt Smith.
Bo Jackson, things of that.
Bo Jackson.
I haven't thought about Bo Jackson in 10 years.
I mean, that's what's cool about creative careers. You could also be a coach. Which is not my forte. I mean, you could have more control over the league. A lot of people like that. It's really cool in terms of the connected careers is the bread and butter of this Madden. And what's interesting is it has like a fake Twitter feed. So it says like, Cesar's on fire this week. he's the best player. La da da da. I don't know why no one's talking about him. It's like a little Twitter feed, and you feel a little bit better yourself.
Yeah, can I just buy that Twitter feed? That's really what I'm more interested in. I'll give EA $5 just to set up a Twitter feed full of fake people telling me how awesome I am all the time. I think that's much better. I think we're kind of narrowing down here on a rating, but before we do, I mean, is there anything else that you feel is specific to this version that people definitely need to know before they make a decision about buying it?
Oh, okay. So for the people who bought Madden 2012 and they're like a huge fan, like I always hate this when people ask me like, so what do you think about this movie with Russell Crowe? Is it a good movie? And you're like, well, if you like Russell Crowe, yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's like that. If you love Madden, if you played it, you're going to notice the differences. You're going to enjoy it. Like I said earlier, it's definitely the step in the right direction. Mm-hmm. It's getting better, but the problem with EA, and this is I guess to wrap it up, this in terms of my review of this game, the problem with EA is it does things very slowly, and it gets away with it. That's my problem. Like, it knows it has problems, but it puts things out there when it's not ready. Mm-hmm. So clearly, the presentation, the commentary, the audio, it's lacking. Big time.
And is that, I mean, do you feel like that's just because they have to shove a game out every single year regardless?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was thinking like, Madden, this is what, if I was ahead of EA Sports, or if they called me and said, what would you like us to do to make this franchise better, is not to make a game every year. Mm-hmm. Basically, rather than make a game every 2 to 3 years and every year release like a downloaded patch or some sort of DLC with the new updates in terms of roster, any kind of new like tweaks and mechanics and things of that sort, because the graphics never changed. It hasn't changed in 3 years. Mm. The only thing that's changed is the physics engine and the rosters. Every year, people have to buy this new Madden is because the new roster's out. There's a new rookie or a new trade. I mean, you could make the trade in the older 2012, but what ends up happening is everyone stops playing 2012 online, and they jump to 2013. So
you got unlockable characters like Dante from Devil May Cry as your tight end, that kind of
thing.
Spider-Man, yeah. Ratchet,
Big head mode,
yeah. Paintball mode.
I do say this: the game face says do not use anyone else's face. You can, though. It's not stopping you. All you have to do is upload a front face and then a side face, like pretty much a jail picture, and you could just put the dots in it. But the thing is, you only have one game face per account. So if you could put Spider-Man in it if you want to, Jason, it's all up to you.
I'm totally going to do that. Or I'm going to put in my butt.
or Robert Downey Jr.
No, don't stop him from putting his ass in. That's got to be the best game face ever.
Well, all right. Cesar doesn't know about the rating system.
Oh, okay. Well, we kind of go on a. I tell you what, we kind of go on a 5-point structure from 5 to 0. With 5 being better than sex and 0 being fuck you, and then various gradients in between. So for this one, why don't you just tell me what out of 5 you're going to give it, and I'll translate for you.
Do we do halvesies?
Yeah, sure.
I would say because I'm dying to play. It's been a while. It's been a while since a Madden franchise makes you want to come home and play for like a couple of hours or so, get a game in. Mm-hmm. I would definitely give it a 4. I mean, it's in the realm of sports games, it's a 4. I would still say this: NBA 2K12. If you guys never played it, it's probably the greatest sport. That's my top. That's my like Goodfellas. That's my Rocky of film. That's like the best of the best. So NBA 2K12 is definitely 5. This one is getting there. I'm wavering. 3.5 and a 4.
Okay.
It goes back and forth.
So it'd be a full price, maybe a low full price.
Yeah, I mean, if you could wait, because the problem is now that the football started, you want to buy it because you want to play these games and you want to.
I don't, but go ahead.
I mean, that's like when I watch the game on TV. I'm like, and I see like the Cowboys play. I'm like, oh man, I got to play this game on Madden. Mm-hmm. So I'll go in and fire up Madden. And I could go like a couple of days without playing it, but that's the thing is when you watch it on TV, and if you have a game, you want to play it. So it's like the feeling you got of playing Batman, and then you watch The Dark Knight, you're like, oh, I'm going to go play Batman now. Why not?
Well, I mean, it sounds like it's worth... I mean, it sounds from everything that you've said like it's worth a full price, essentially. I mean, do you think you'd feel cheated if you spent $60 on this game?
No, I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't, because of that. The Connected Careers mode is definitely it's getting there, and it's. I mean, if you don't want to buy it, if you're just a Madden hater or you're just like skeptic about it, just wait one more year. I'm sure they'll get a lot of things right. They did get a majority of things right, but it's just the little things that right now are I find disappointing. It's like, come on, Madden, you know, why would you say that? Like the generalization in the commentary, it's just it upsets me when I see a game out there that gets it right.
Mm-hmm. Well, fair enough. Well, I think that's pretty much it. The only thing I guess I have left to ask you about is I look over the Wikipedia entry for this, and it says that one of the features that has been added to Madden 13 is that you can now, your character can now Tebow. Is this something that people have been asking for at Madden? Is this what the masses have been clamoring for?
Oh, man. I have to tell you, this guy online was so mad because I was using Tebow. Oh, the country boy in me comes out when I talk about Tim Tebow. Oh, man. I'm telling you, it's the best feeling in the world to piss hardcore gamers off when you run Tim Tebow up the field and he's like Jesus on the gridiron.
I have one quick question. So this is like there are a bunch of dudes, and they've got this oblong leather thing, and they're trying to get it to one side, while the other dudes are trying to keep them from getting it to one side. That's pretty much what Madden is, right?
That's the story for Madden 13. Yeah,
gotcha.
That's the plot.
Cool. I'm with it. I get it. Gotcha.
You might want to give it a shot, Jason. I mean, you probably will end up hating it, but what's the game all about? Having fun and escaping the reality of your job.
Oh, no. It's about killing things.
Setting them on fire, generally, too.
It's about anger management.
Dallas Cowboys. We are the Cowboys. Super coach, super team. Mean, hard, hungry, ugly, and mean. So get down, y'all. Dallas Cowboys. Cowboy football.